What up, Ram fam? Welcome back to Black Ram GX Gaming. We're here, we're live. We're back to the race to the top 1% in Madden 23. It looks like we did move back a little bit in our absence. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. In the last couple days, what did I put there? It looks like I said we slipped back to the last 4.2%. When I checked earlier today, I see now we've just barely edged into the 4.3%. Not so good, so we're going to have to work our way back up. Not a big problem. Uncanny, what up? Good to see you in here, buddy. How you been? I see you got the first chat in, so cheers. Well, thank you for the shares. Cheers. So, just so everybody knows, we did do a little bit of an addition. I mentioned it yesterday, but we'll mention it again today since we're actually in our Madden stream. Before we had it set to 500 stars, if you wanted to pick my team, give me the worst team, give me your team, give me the best team. Totally up to you if you donate those stars. So we dropped it down to only 250. If you want to interact, you want to have some fun, feel free to do that. And if you're a subscriber, I'll actually allow you to pick one free team a night. Just a little benefit to our subscribers. If you want to go out and do it, hey, be my guest. It'd be awesome. Bradley, thank you very much for the like. I was giving you a shout out, was that yesterday or 2 days ago for the follow? I think it was 2 days ago, earlier this week. So, hey, thank you very much for the follow and the like. Double cheers. Good morning to you. All right, so we're about to get into it. Just a reminder to anybody, if it's your first time watching, even if we're no longer live, please do drop a follow. Helps out, goes a long way. If you have been here before, do what these guys have done. Drop likes, your shares, your comments, your stars, subscribe. Do it all. If you're over there on YouTube, thanks for watching. We just got to, I think it was 101, 102, somewhere like that, subscribers. So awesome that we got to 3 digits. I'd like to do a huge shout out to everyone over there on YouTube. Subscribe, like, and leave a nice comment over there. Check it out. We got tons of streams. Every stream, the full thing goes up. And tons of shorts, tons of good clips, lots of fun. So let's get on to it. Hey Bradley, anytime, mate. Hell yeah. Appreciate that. And appreciate the chats as well. I will see you in there on No Pain, No Games. I think you're usually out by the time I get there, but I recognized the name as soon as it pulled up. So let's see. So where are we at? So we're 17-6. I've lost 6 games, won 17. One more win will mean we have 3 wins to every 1 loss. Want to bump that up to 5 wins per loss. That's a really tough goal, but let's see if we can do it. I did do some training in the game, try to learn some of the mechanics a little bit better, try to figure out how to do some defenses better than I have been. And most of their tutorials were crap. And they'd be like, all right, take what we taught you and make it work. And then the computers would just beat you all the time. So this game is not as well put together as you'd hope. Yeah, I came over here to show some love as well. Oh, well, hell yeah, appreciate it. It's awesome. We got a small little community of us streamers who all support each other, and I think it goes a long way. So you in the same area there in the south? Is it southeastern Australia? I believe Mr. Payne said that you were his best man in his wedding coming up on November 28th, which I only know the date because it's also my birthday. Let's get that battery pack replaced before things get bad. Can't have the controller dying on me. Ooh. In the middle of a play. Give up an easy touchdown to this man. No way, no how. Correct. Nice. I pay attention. I remember well when people tell me things, usually. I gotta go with the strong, usually. I'm surprised that man Michael Payne's not in here right now, but he streamed for like 6 hours through the night last night, or my morning. I couldn't believe it that he just kept going and going.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
He didn't look tired at all.
Able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Alright. Start with some runs here. See how that goes for me. See what kind of defense he's going to play. He's going to start with some blitzes.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
Alright, got some yards. Let's see if we can get some tunes going in my headphones here. Can't play for you guys. Unfortunately, copyright laws. Hey, Uncanny, if you're still there, guess what? I was complaining about it the other day, but I did, in fact, figure out how to get the stream to 1080p. I got it to 1080 yesterday. You can set it for 1080, but that doesn't make it 1080. You have to adjust your bit rate and all this and that, and there's just a bunch of stuff. I've learned a lot over the past couple of days about how to get all that working and make it look nice for everybody. He is a machine. I know. He says he gets up and he doesn't need coffee or anything. He just goes. Missed him, but it was over. Okay, well, it's just a terrible throw. Twice. That's upsetting. No pressure, no reason for it to be so bad. It just was. Just downright shameful. Gonna have to get the ball back from him. Teach this man a lesson.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense. I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was. Well, in any event, trying to get it to Robinson.
Kayla, thank you for the like. Cheers. See, now, I threw a pick on the last series. It was just a terrible pass from my quarterback for no reason. He's throwing two passes, both of them were really bad. First one had a reason. Second one, no reason. He threw a good pass, accurate to the receiver, but it was just a bad choice. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. This man's not making good choices. That I can work with. Let's see what else we can get going here. So he's not liking that I'm running so much.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
There we go. There we go. Now we got the accurate passes. I'm feeling like there's going to be a touchdown in our future. Let's see.
Running on first down, Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after
Well played. He knew what I was doing. Alright. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. As long as I'm gaining yards. That was kind of a throwaway.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield.
Okay, switch back to cover 2. So this shouldn't work.
Third down with Herbert.
But it did.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown.
Because he was playing that linebacker and he thought I wasn't watching. But I was. I'm watching him to see how he plays. Depending on how he plays, he might be giving up open guys the whole game or swallowing stuff up. Let's go! Hell yeah. Bradley, do you watch any football, or do you have any sports down there that you're big into? Are you big into rugby? I know rugby seems to be like, I don't know if it's like the national sport in Australia, or if something else is. Ooh, 69 could have picked that off. Hilarious number, slow reaction time.
Done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Fourth down, he's 0-4 with an interception.
Story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far.
He's going for it.
Until now, this
If
offense
he
has
fails at
tracked
this like he does, has been doing.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Nope. Oh, this is fun.
A surprising move to go
I was in sports when I was younger, but don't watch anything at the moment. That's fair. That's fair. I actually watched nothing when I was younger. And it wasn't till high school I started to get into football. And it's really the only sport I watch. I really don't watch any basketball, hockey, baseball. I don't even watch other football leagues that much, just the NFL. Mostly because all my friends in high school, we would get together, and if we were going to play games, and I was a gamer, we were playing Madden. So I didn't know what was going on most of the time. I had to learn, I got good, and as we started to play together, I started to learn the players, the teams, how the game actually works. I learned all of football through the game, pretty much.
It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take a man unit
So then that got me really into it, and
to start making plays.
been a big football fan ever since.
first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But yeah, it's the only one. Which it's nice because it's just it's a conversation piece because it's so big and so popular in the U.S. And not everybody, but most people know a little something about football. And there's a lot of people who are huge into it. You can talk to for hours about this stuff.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Shiesty. So I like it because it's a conversation topic. It's entertaining. The game. Fantasy football is really fun. You play on your phone, you just draft players, and it's all about stats. I really like the analytical side of that. Getting family and friends together on account of that. Keeps people together that you might drift further apart away from as the years go on. Have to go, man. Might be on later, depending on my little man. Hey, totally understandable. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for chatting. Hope you have a great day down there. Down under. Cheers.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense.
Hopefully we'll see you again in the future. Usually on
Precious little here offensively.
Monday through Thursday. I guess for you, that's going to be a little different. What would that be? Tuesday through Friday? Like today's the end of it, and then the last 3 days. Sometimes I'll do an extra day tomorrow. And I might this weekend. Don't know for sure.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Oh, dirty. Expect me in here more often? Oh, hell yeah. I love to hear that. Cheers again.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know,
I'm sure next time you'll be in here at the same time as Mr. Payne.
fitting it into tight windows.
Whenever he wakes up.
He's made before, he didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And just no chance of
I'm sure we'll see in the hour.
to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's never much later than that. He's usually like the first guy in here.
This defense could use a few more plays.
Set my notifications, let me know you're on. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Appreciate that.
They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Everyone take notes from Bradley here.
Shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Follow, make sure you turn the little bell on.
Starting position to begin
I think on Facebook it's a little bell.
up at a 3rd and 5. Here's Herbert.
I know it is over there on the Tube View.
Room here to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
I'm wondering how long this game's gonna be. Are we gonna get to the second half after I score this?
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now the Rams have got
Yep. He'll still be in it. We're playing in the second half after that. God, that was such a quick fumble. What happened?
I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking
Kudos to
care of
him.
it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here.
Hmm.
And brought down, but not before
I knew what he was doing. I was hunting for him. We'll see. We'll see if he does it again.
on first down at Stafford. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to
Okay.
get both feet in. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about
Think another
one-score game and half.
these.
might
Oh,
provide a psychological
tricky.
on Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking.
Oh.
That's 3 interceptions and now interceptions here on back.
Maybe I did learn a thing or two about defense.
Think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that
Oh, not offense. I should have thrown a high pass.
My goodness. And now off to the races down the right side.
Shenanigans. I can stop him from scoring on offense, but not on defense. What a play, man.
Yeah, that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now
I'm terrible about doing high passes and some of the good mechanics that you need to step your game up to the top 1% in game. Let's see if I can get better at it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Leading 10-7.
Austin, what's happening, buddy?
His 3rd interception.
Cheers, thank you for the like.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that foot
Thought I had a good lead on him.
down the 16-yard line.
certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that. He's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown.
I was feeling pretty good. 30 seconds ago on the clock.
First half is winding down, and the Rams have taken the lead.
You got to give him a little bit of hope.
Stages of this first half. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 14.
My offense is honestly better.
So not much time to speak
Gonna have
of
time.
remaining in this
Chip it
first
down the
half
field.
as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
But
The
they don't have that time. It's a
about
little
to get
tricksy.
going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the Rams got it.
gonna let it go.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL.
I don't have any miracle plays yet. That's my problem. I need to look up and see what there is out there, because the miracle plays I had last year have been removed from the playbook.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Rams going to get the
That's going to be a bad kick.
here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Smart to get down. I was trying to get down myself on his short kick.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones.
Oh, now he's got the momentum swing, so I can't see the target on his ball, which definitely hurts. It's a pretty big loss.
They know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover with a big dose of honey.
And some room to work.
Wow. That was a good run.
Get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards rushing for him now, his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. On the move to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down.
If that was a handoff, I was going to blow that thing
You know,
up.
I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Stafford. And he's got it. It's caught for a Ram touchdown.
Cooper Kupp. He's that guy. He's kind of hard to block.
With his second touchdown of the night. And the Rams take the opening kickoff in the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Stafford's going to try and throw for him. And he's got it. So they're trying for
I knew it was going to be either his tight end or that guy. I went for the tight end. So if he tries that shit again, you know that inside receiver.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
We got to get back to running here.
Charger drive about to get going. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a
Oh, he's lucky. That guy is
gotta be careful.
on roller skates. How did he catch
At
that?
halftime, if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From just shy of midfield, Herbert throw right side complete to Williams. 7 yards there and a first down. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they
What's great about this play? Just high-low. One guy's going to be open.
Position after the big play inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he takes it inside the
It's going to
10 to the 8
be
before he's out of bounds. So give
the
him
guy
5
short or the guy
yards
long?
there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown!
There we go.
Gave Neighbors from the
Now he picked him off, what, 3 or 4 times straight?
got it back to within a score.
I knew that it didn't freaking register.
This is no good. It's a miss.
That's getting so annoying.
In a tight game, how important might that turn out to be?
I don't know if it's this controller, but I think it is because it registers every other time. It's only on kicks that the accuracy doesn't register on.
Maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Powell now to take it out of the end zone.
I'm such a bad downhill tackler.
Cannot get this out to
Not
the
my strong suit.
25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
I practice. I do the skills training.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon copy.
No! Pick it up, you freaking idiot! I'm just kidding. But seriously, that was a dumb play.
We know it's not that simple because we don't just
Same
make
play,
adjustments
opposite side.
at halftime. If you're a good football team,
Just kidding.
spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets.
And how am I still on his side for some reason?
Series to series, the
I
best
just
teams,
scored.
that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Play action. Stafford. Chargers able
Man, I really wish he would have fumbled on that.
down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there.
Okay, so he's mainly just targeting Cooper Kupp, so I'm just going to try to double team him.
Backing up, eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he didn't go to
Charles,
Cooper
gotta
Kupp.
like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And that's
No, not selected.
went into this possession knowing
So I got 2 possible strategies here. Score as quickly as possible. Try to get the ball back with some time on the clock.
their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Or drain this whole quarter, going all the way down, score, kick the extra point, win the game. Honestly, that one sounds the best. But he knows he's really prepared for the run. So it's going to be hard to drain clock.
Charger drive about to
Plus
get
he's got
going.
Aaron Donald.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
That always
Here, a pickup
provides a
late.
challenge.
Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And some room to roam now.
Looks like we're going to just have to get the ball back.
Sometimes running plays hit or
Let's
break
move
so
this.
fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield.
I thought it was going to miss again.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
All right.
Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This is it. This defense.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining.
I wonder if I can get a lucky fumble like he got in the very beginning.
Lead in a tight one. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
how did that happen?
By the tight end Bryson Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Let's try some tricksy stuff
The
here.
catch gonna net him 23 in the first.
Let me start doing some.
Stafford gonna give this to Akers. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the
Alright, so he's just out of field goal range. If he gets any closer,
76 yards rushing for Akers, and this is
it's gonna be bad news bears.
fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
Wow, good,
And
good,
that'll
good
hurt the average a bit.
play.
This time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I haven't blitzed him all game. I haven't been muted either, so he's heard everything I've said.
Focus is locked in. Gonna call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems so.
Nope. That's the end of the game. We win! Round 1, ladies and gentlemen. It's over.
He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're over 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
We do have to get at least 1 first down, though. Officially kill it, but
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he's
Good
gonna have to
Lord.
protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Herbert now to throw. He's got it.
that's game. Can't believe that just worked. That was so stupid.
Inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he
Round
just showed
1
it right
victory.
there. Pretty good arm, too.
Cheers.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately everything sticks out like a sore thumb. One side
Well,
lost this game because they turned
Maybe if the
ball
Rams
over
head
on
coach
third.
spent
That
more
was just
time
too much for
preparing
them.
and working on his hair,
And that number
they might have won
might
that.
as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many
I'll tell you what,
turnovers, they
the
really
Chargers'
played themselves
defense is
out of this game.
legit.
Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
I made a few costly mistakes early. Also, you notice if you're looking, it's kind of hard to see. But under the goalposts, all their players are like magneting to each other, and they just got like a little beehive. And then under mine, you'd see all the white Chargers players under one, all the blue Rams players on together. That was strange. But last year in the Madden, at the end of the game, they would just run into the walls and just do this until the camera stopped panning across. They think no one saw, but we did. All right, so we got under 4%. We're at the top 3.9% in the world right now. We are at 3 wins currently to every 1 loss, which is perfect. We've done it. Now we need to keep it up. So 3 more wins before we're allowed to lose one more time, but really like 5. And I never queued up my music. I opened Spotify and just never played anything. Well, most nights when we play this, I'm drinking a couple light beers. Not bad. Don't feel it at all. Then I'm having some wine. That might get to me a little more. I might get progressively worse as we go along. I think one night I was playing this on a Friday night after work, streaming. We're doing some bourbon. That was a disaster. That was in the off season on the last Madden, so it wasn't as big a deal. That did not work out for him. Hell yes, on your own too. Let's see what he does. I might blitz this.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to pass first play is Prescott. His throw incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start a first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
We've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously
I honestly could have got that safety. I was so close.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does.
That close to a pick. Yeah, you bunting.
He wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Here comes Carter.
Yeah, I tried to do a spin move, poorly timed.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt, not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Thanks, free play.
Up the middle with Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here.
Sad that wasn't a pass.
Relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
This guy is a mistake machine. For now, I'm not going to underestimate him yet, but
hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete.
his mistake was pressing me right there. Shouldn't have done that. What's happened? Okay. Don't have to completely close it, but most of the way, keep the cooler. Thank you.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Can't do that dance. You can't see my feet, but if you could,
And the Chargers are
imagine
on first here
I'm
this
doing an Irish jig.
extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe possible.
Nope.
Let's try and think with them.
I just beat him.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
One play,
And this
INT,
guy's
let's
gonna
go.
take over at the 39.
No, once in a while people shout at me. I was telling I didn't mute my mic in the last game. So everything I was saying to the chat, talking about what I was going to do, my plans, I was telling him.
Eckler now
Wish I didn't do
between
that.
tackles. And he's gonna get this inside
And so,
the 30.
what?
That one good for 13.
He just took advantage of the fact that I was telling him my entire game plan. And then I looked at the stream and I saw I didn't have the red light on my mic, meaning it's muted. And I'm like, ooh, that's a mistake.
It's Eckler again. And nothing much materializing there on the first.
And that's why he started to come back at me. But I beat him by 1 point. He had a good little streak on me. But I had the better game plan, which was have the game plan.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8.
Samuel, thank you for the like. Cheers. Appreciate you. How you doing?
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Should have waited one more second. I'll just take the points. Walt Schroyer, what's going on? Thank you for the like. Cheers. Uh-oh.
Drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fuck.
And that is
I was trying, I so badly wanted to look over and see
touchdown game.
what that notification was.
On that opening drive touchdown, but the drive
But my kicks have been off all day, so I can't really blame it on that.
they wound up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Some of it's the game.
Set for this next drive by the
Promise.
Cowboys offense.
Because sometimes it doesn't register. It goes all the way up. Sam, thank you for the shares.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Okay.
We're relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They just get the play off. Now Prescott.
Well, there's nobody over there. Who do you think he's throwing to?
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these
He is
DBs
0-4 with an
tells me that they
interception.
want
Let's
to take matters in their
go.
own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
Good enough.
That forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Does Madden actually think Ezekiel Elliott is that good still? This man has been run ragged. Like a
40 yards rushing for him now. on
dirty
just his
dish
first
towel.
3 carries. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
The only reason he had even remotely good stats last year is because he was again run ragged.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And he'll be taken
He's injured
down
like the
as
whole
that
time.
will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After
That's
one,
right.
7-0 on EA
Playing
Sports.
PMG the Creator. He's not creating anything with this game. Except for a loss. Allegedly. We gotta say allegedly.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott escaping the pressure right.
Yuppers! That's another one.
Intercepted.
Woo!
Take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see
That's the second game in a row where everyone keeps trying to do quick slants on me. To last game Cooper Kupp, this game CeeDee Lamb. Like, come on.
from turning into points for the other side.
You don't think I know what you're doing?
On the ground with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of
Innocent until proven guilty. Couldn't say it better. Well, hey,
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all
we got the
around.
big win
Excellent
coming here.
blocking.
How are you doing,
Caught
Will?
carrying the ball. He was the finisher. A really nice run.
You taking Herbert out for a walk?
The last run got 9. That leaves him
Herbert's
with
the
2nd
turtle.
and a yard. On the give, this is
Break it.
Eckler.
I'm not down! Why are they blowing the whistle?
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense.
I did see a clip
Plays near the line of
when
absolutely nowhere to
you could
run.
play the early trial. Somebody caught the ball, they got wrapped up, they broke the tackle, standing straight up,
3rd and 1.
just like that, and they blew the whistle.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler.
And they said, oh man, it's too accurate, because in real life they do that.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him to first.
Look it up on YouTube, how many times the referees call a play dead when the guy's standing straight up.
The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll scratch out
Oh, we be outside.
and that's all.
You got Dennis with you as well.
Pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space.
Doing another little nature trek.
He was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. Dancing to his left. Launch a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this to the 30.
That guy could have had me, but I don't know what he was doing.
The key to
What
any
was he
screen
doing?
play is all in the
You like that?
deception.
A little bit of
Everyone
Boston
on
in
the
there?
offensive side of the ball,
Doing?
but someone gave it
I
up
can't do
because
very
that
much
one wasn't
Boston
very well
accent.
concealed. And the
I can do
defense
that.
able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Herbert on 3rd down now.
Gotta guard one. Who's it gonna be? Ooh, he guarded both pretty well.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down.
Okay.
So far, only allowed one conversion.
Play will
on a
work
handful of
without fail.
attempts. One area of the
100%.
game plan that they've executed to
I've been doing
perfection.
skills trainer.
Yeah, really.
On 4th down, Herbert.
Okay, it didn't work.
Be batted down and will go the other way with a football.
It needed an extra second or two.
Curious decision to go for it.
don't know.
Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take
Sometimes
over in
you make
terrific
mistakes,
field
but as
position.
long as you do it confidently.
Ball up to
Right.
the 35 now. It's
It'll work. It'll work next time.
1st and 10.
Promise. I forgot he's got Micah Parsons right there.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple.
We just need another interception like the last.
I don't think any of us were surprised they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Keep them zeroed out.
Not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
I'm gonna keep him boxed in case he thinks he's gonna run outside. I think this is gonna be a sack.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And Prescott
No, just another interception. Oops.
picked up by J.C. Jackson. A nightmare of a first half.
Sorry.
That's now 3 interceptions. And Charles, with his talent, if anyone
I'm not winning by enough to do that.
the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental
Try some
toughness.
tricksy stuff here.
Heisman can go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy and have
I threw it away.
Throwing on 1st
Yeah.
down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this
I
one.
didn't have anyone open, and
Even as he escaped the pocket
he had a
at one
guy
time,
sitting on the edge.
coverage stayed tight.
trying to keep
Nothing
me in.
broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
But I have all the momentum.
An incomplete pass on 1st
All
down.
right,
That
perfect.
leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's gonna be open. Short. Oh, he didn't even try. My guy just fell over. Did you see that? Oh, my knees. Oh, that's why I didn't catch it. How many players do you think fail out on the field and so they don't get chewed out by the coach, pretend to be injured? I was reading a story. I can't remember who it was. Guys irrelevant. For the Patriots, some offensive lineman. He's a rookie. He was going to be late to practice. He didn't want to get chewed out or cut from the team. So he purposely got into a car accident. So he had a legit excuse to not be there on time.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that's
So feigning an injury isn't out of the realm of possibility.
pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, allow the play to be successful.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going
100%.
fast as he
He'll be back though. He just has to walk it off.
loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On second and goal. Prescott, he puts it.
Lucky Duckers. Cheers. Thank you very much, Levon.
Dak Prescott able to connect with Dolan.
I smacked this quarterback. I got straight through. If he waited one more second. Also, who was supposed to block that tight end?
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Probably Darwin James Jr. in the back there, standing around, showing us you know what, doing the you know who.
From his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the
D.
touchback.
James. All-star, paid the most, biggest contract,
The Charger drive about to get going.
smallest hands.
They've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
Oh, I didn't even have to do that. Sad face.
Midfield, 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on
Let's see. Let's see.
to his right to try and evade people.
You know, when you were
To get on his horse, still
doing the attacking coverages trainings,
first down.
you're looking at where players are placed on the defense. So this might be cover 3.
From the 50, here's
Yes.
Herbert. Going back to Allen, he's got him again.
Yeah! Give him a little cowboy in there. Do you see that? Watch. Letting all the cool air out. Oh.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
That was a good one. I like that one. I like the couple guys falling over. The thing is about the celebrations, the taunting when you're running in to the end zone now, it sometimes you keep pace, sometimes you move just a little bit slower, and sometimes you're moving a yard every 3 or 4 seconds, like that last one where I was just barely dawdling in there. Hate that shit.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away?
Okay.
But that would not being picked off.
I was really looking for another Khalil Mack interception return for
So
a
now
pick
second and
6.
10 after the
We got
incompletion
3
on
of
first
them
down.
on Tuesday. 1-2 tree.
Here's Prescott. And his pass
Oh.
is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Was that the 4th interception? 3rd?
These guys have got him back at the closing stages
Hard to,
of the first half.
hard to keep track. Let's be honest.
Fortunate sequence there, trying to get
winning, Ryan. No.
I'll give him
Yeah, they had
something.
an opportunity there and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring.
All right, we got one play here.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I don't trust running the ball right now, to be honest.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to
We
lose
got one more play.
yardage here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
There's a place to do it. That's it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Kelly, they try to punch it in. And he will get in across the chute for a Chargers touchdown.
I got one touchdown for every viewer we got here right now.
In the final seconds of the first
If we get too many more viewers, it'll have to stack some more.
here just before
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
The big man toss.
So
I have never seen a pitch like that.
Charles and I return after the break.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
I always choose deep pass, but I
Welcome
shouldn't.
back. Charles and I settled into the booth.
It's not
ready
even-
for quarter number 3.
Not even the play that works for me.
So
Got one
the
defensive
Chargers will
play
start
that
the
is
second
just
half with
an
the lead
interception
and the
machine with the
football as we're
Chargers.
underway in the third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's.
So what do you think they
dropped at the
discovered in
23.
South Africa?
My credit card.
The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening
JK
drive of the
rolling on the
second
floor
half,
laughing.
Charles, remember that first half,
Get it?
good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out.
Do you see that twist back? That was
NFL coaches
sick.
feel their perfections in
Nasty.
a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw.
Ryan, hey, good to see your name again. How you doing?
Stick with Eckler.
Thank you for the like. Cheers.
Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good gain again.
How you been doing?
31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time
jeez.
and making it work.
And he has
Hooker knocked my lights out
in
there.
the backfield.
His
Down
last
he
name was
goes,
Hooker.
folded like a lawn chair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. As he's
It was a
got this
tight
guy
little,
inside the
tight
40.
little tunnel to squeeze through, but I squeezed it.
Second and long. It's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards.
For the record, that might be the only time you see me run as Herbert all day, or anybody.
Herbert Hoover.
That's right.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
I don't know what happened. I was being tackled and I looked away, and all of a sudden I'm in the end zone, 10 yards away. Did he just quit the game? Is that what he's doing? Do you think he's quitting? A friendly quit where it doesn't count. You got to try though, right? Good man. I've been playing a lot of 2K lately. Is this 23? Yes, sir. It is. Yes, sir.
Why did he quit?
Because I was beating him 28-7 and picked
So
up
you could have let me play.
at
I
that
picked-
point. But you were trying to figure out your
I picked the
discovery.
Broncos.
You want me to play the Broncos?
Yep.
I'll do that. I need to go back and look at that touchdown. I don't know what happened there. All right, let's see where we're at. So that guy was 5-2, 5-1 before I beat him. So that was only his second loss. And he's higher ranked than me. Doesn't seem like it. That means competition's not going to be that great as we keep it forward. We're 19-6, so we got more than.
PMG the creator was that guy's name.
Yep.
Oh.
See, if he's creating videos, it's not going to be with that game.
I thought you were talking about like you were listening to like some rapper named
PMG the creator. It seems like it, right? Tyler the creator. So I moved from top 3.9% to top 3.6. We're still aiming to get to that top 1% in the world, so you can tell the ranking by the thousands. So you just take the first number when you're down in the thousands, and that's what percent you're at. They only rank the top 100,000 people. So we're looking pretty good here. Let's keep her rolling. We're playing as the Broncos for the first time, so I don't really know this team. The subscribers, Lady Ram GX over here, is a subscriber. Get to pick one team for me per day, so this is going to be interesting.
I would pick the Packers.
I would have been a better team, but I would have hated it.
You hate any team that I'm gonna pick.
Yeah. You have bad taste.
I like the Broncos. Tell that to my dad.
They might be good this year. They have not been good for years,
I didn't say they were good.
so it's bad taste.
And the Bears is good taste?
They have good colors.
Uh-uh.
They're the same as the Broncos. What do you mean?
Uglier.
No, they're not. They're the same, if not better. Who should I use? Jamal Williams or Russie Wills? We'll focus on the run.
What's the question?
The outside runs. Oh no! Now I gotta beat the Cowboys again. Oh, that's a shame.
Such hard work for you.
I know.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart
You think
of
it's the same guy?
Texas and the very wonderful
No.
AT&T
It's teach one rule.
Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, we've got
If he's gonna teach one rule,
on tap.
just don't throw so many picks to me in the middle of the field.
Dallas Cowboys.
My buddy I'm racing to the top 1% of the world on. He doesn't stream. He's on PlayStation. What? No.
AT&T Stadium. From just
You don't
inside
know
the
anything from
20,
it.
short
It's
kick.
It's not. I can tell by the color.
Sets him up pretty
Um,
good right at the 30-yard line.
He's doing a different challenge where he's trying to get a win via the gauntlet. The gauntlet is playing alphabetical order, each team, and he can't switch off that team till he gets a win. I don't think he's lost many.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He actually joined me for a stream not long ago. Yeah.
They go play action with Wilson. And his first pass here is going to fall
Well played. So he had me bundled up there.
Pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes
And
you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes
He's got he centers everyone in the field.
exactly how this one was designed. But they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Dang. It was a guaranteed touchdown if I had an extra second. Broncos stupid offensive
They
line.
like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10.
I hope it's better than this in the real life.
A little pressure
The
on
real
this
life.
snap.
Football?
Broncos offensive
Action
line.
now, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the
Is it
release.
right there?
This will be incomplete.
That was a first 3rd down try.
I'm gonna do better blitz counter here with the
Execution of that play.
Zeus just blitzing a bunch.
They've got a whole game left to clean that up.
It's a Chargers.
Those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
So he did not believe that I was gonna be punting.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Let's hope their defense is better, but I don't think they really have any star players. I think Russell Wilson's it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and
Fortunately,
10
that's the
at their own
case.
24. yardage here. Stuck for a
I don't
loss
think they
by
have a
the
bad defense.
linebacker,
They just aren't given any credit.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside. And he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
No way he got to that in time.
Catch, dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet. Did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A throw there, but that's going to
Interrupt.
wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not
I've
by
never
much
seen
as
that.
he's down to the 48. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it
You
inside
son of a
the
bitch.
45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted him out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out down.
He's better than the last guy.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
Hello, welcome back. Where's your tail? Where's your tail?
First down, and it's Pollard again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
What do
The
we got?
last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Makes us the very best like no one ever was.
Your best?
Yeah.
They'll try to throw now.
Catch them is my real test.
And try it for Washington.
Speaking of to catch them is my real test. I said that right when I got the interception. What's up?
Broncos are going to take
You like that?
at their own 13-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture,
It's fun to be back in competitive games.
they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get to the quarterback right now. Offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Sometimes. Sometimes. We'll see if it's still fun by the end.
They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your
Yeah, it
legs
was
up,
almost a pick
get your
six.
body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The second down
I have to
attempt
pick my
there
own
knocked
plays.
down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm
No.
is just not there to begin this ball game.
On third down, Wilson being chased down left.
No, not at all.
Taken down. Back at his own 7.
This is garbage.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack
Can't do
of the
a
game.
thing with this offense. Haven't gained a yard.
Chance to release that, but that pocket
I try to throw the ball. Everyone's completely covered the whole time. These receivers are speedy. They shouldn't be so, I don't know, trash. Even their special teams just got
now to kick it away.
buffeted there.
And taken at the 46. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And this This offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Tolbert. He'll get it inside the 20.
A lot of things went
Here
wrong
for
there.
Dallas. 42 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take it.
Had the wrong camera angle.
Cowboy touchdown.
I need to turn that off.
Tony Pollard.
Every year it gets me.
80-yard touchdown run.
Remind me before I start the next game. Turn off that camera.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up from offensive line.
If you're trying to make adjustments real quick, you have to use the D-pad. If you use the D-pad and you press anything, if you press up or down, or it doesn't register that you press left or right first, because up and down is part of the adjustments. But if you press up or down first, it changes your camera angle, which is stupid. It's one of the stupidest things they've added to the game. Probably. Then you're stuck committing to the bad camera angle for the play, and your adjustments didn't happen the way you wanted them to. And unfortunately, it's not something you can turn off in game. You can only turn it off out of game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the option to give to Williams here. And he'll scratch out only about
The first play, I had the chance to keep the ball.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he
First
will have the
down.
Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Gordon on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop
Such a
him
good,
along the line.
such a good
After
defensive
the
front.
loss, they'll come on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Not for long.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Oh my God, Judy.
Incomplete. Tried to
Go
dial
back
up
to
the
being a
line
judge.
out there, but it'll be
His name's
3rd
Jerry
down.
Judy,
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed.
but he runs as fast as the
So
judge.
let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of
Aaron?
anticipation with the ball in the air.
Ouch, Judge
No,
Judy.
incomplete.
He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays.
This is really frustrating.
They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. He's been a busy man here this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
It's probably the slowest moving game so far, too. What are you dancing to? Imaginary music?
Yeah. HBU.
HBU?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Gas pedal.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the
How does
clock
that
here. We just got good ball control. This is the NFL.
That one is
7-0 leads, they don't last very long.
Yeah.
long and let you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting
Start doing
upfield and
some actual
working. But how about his
zone.
vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Play action now, Prescott.
Come on.
And that was going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what
Chunky
happened out
monkey.
there, but it looked like the
Chunky
timing was a
Get
little
that
off
ball.
on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Where's she
Darn
land?
right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Right, baby? You can lay over here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory.
Jessica, thank you for the like. Cheers.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field. And
Good to see you in
many
here.
bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area.
Pass interference, maybe? No?
Throwing
Okay.
there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Guess not.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Albert Okuwebunam, the intended target. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
No way.
Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
He had such a huge, huge opening. Trying to tap it. Must have been a bullet pass for some stupid reason. Trying to do a lob in this game is
And that margin that he had on the defenders,
next to
that
impossible.
got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive.
And that guy is always open to the outside, even though the play is specifically designed
He's putting
to
together
stop that.
well over 100 yards already with that last catch, and to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
First down, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able
Someone
to get
knock
it
him
down
out.
the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Here's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is
Smart
indeed
yet.
good. So
Some
another
stuff
scoring
defense.
drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
I can play Broncos defense.
Take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives.
If this is a tale of things to come,
Their opportunities the rest of the game.
rip Russell Wilson.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah,
You get ice in mine?
far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that
What?
draws the flag.
Yeah, the old
All right,
tackle
never mind.
box, right? Get outside
I've got
of
plenty.
each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Wilson.
Yeah, of course.
And now this is intercepted.
What are these two just standing here for?
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
These clown asses.
Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception
All right,
and
for the
pick
record.
six ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, in the short field gave him a
I'll
rare
put this out
opportunity
there
to
right
take it
now.
all the way back and quickly. But once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
Put it right in the chat, or right in the description.
They're going to try and run, but he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short,
Okay.
so they'll add only
In order to
6
pick the
as
Broncos.
we come up on halftime.
Only 1,500 stars. You cannot pick the Broncos again for cheap.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now.
And
inside
he
the
starts
booth
the ball
alongside
break.
Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
I even selected the kick. That means he had himself selected the kick too.
They have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try to win this ball game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You kidding me? Trying to go for the hit stick, and my guy just stalls.
Said and done. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
That's one way to get
On
tossed.
the carry there, it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Prescott.
Oh,
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And this is going to be another 1st down.
I was in the right spot too.
The Broncos
I just left it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And brought down, but not
What kind of
before
a
they get it
shed is
inside
that?
the 10 to the 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard.
I'm never playing as the Broncos again. I'm about to increase the stars cost to make me ever play the Broncos. You got it 1,500 stars right now. You can pick any other team. You can make me play the Jaguars, but the Broncos, not happening.
Extra point splits the uprights.
Their offense is
And that
just
pushes the lead up to
terrible.
23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this
Did you see he
drive
put his
in
ankles
good
forward
shape.
like he was going to start to slide? But then he just stopped.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down into half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week. They try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional in the battle of game plans. Theirs has been
Of course, he had that flying Hawaiian out there. Don't know if he's flying.
Behind the line of scrimmage. They'll run through. It's Gordon.
Really just runs through unblocked like that. I have
He's hit and taken down.
the heaviest blocking package I could have.
Interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas
That's
will take
frustrating.
over in terrific field position.
All the people that play is this team that win.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Pollard gonna try the right side, and he'll be taken down at the 34. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to lose yardage here. The
Unfortunately,
chance
his
of
plays
wasting
are
his
predictable.
starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott.
See what I mean?
Be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Caden.
Hella predictable.
And the Broncos are going to take
Now that I played this guy for a couple quarters, I could
2-yard line. Still
probably stop him all day.
Yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
And we're underthrown as hell.
Intercepted a 3rd time.
And And no one's running the outside. It was supposed to be a lob, but it was probably a bullet pass. It was also super underthrown. It wasn't in stride at all, and I threw it very early.
Picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses.
I could bang my head against the wall.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself.
Perfectly played what he was trying to do.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Perfectly covered what he was going to do. 100% knew it. Just worked anyway.
And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
You're blaming this on the Broncos.
Point
and not
after,
your
right
Bengals.
down the middle. And this one was over.
I just changed the rules on the Broncos.
Add on to that big lead.
Subs pick cannot be Broncos.
Ah!
1,500 stars to pick the Broncos. No one's doing it. There's not one person who's giving me 1,500 stars to play the Broncos, so it's not happening again. Guaranteed. No one
The kickoff unit is out.
is willing to pay 1,500 stars to watch me suffer like this one more time.
How do we know it's the Broncos?
I know it's the
Short
Broncos.
kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up.
And I can
past the
promise
30.
you this. It will not happen again. No one's got that kind of cheddar. Nobody.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to
1,500
start their
stars
next
is what
drive.
it is.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense,
I don't
Charles.
know.
It's not only that they haven't been
Only
able to put
15
the
for
points
me.
up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them this year.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking
That's what
about
ain't happening.
we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided.
Unless you're that one guy, I can't remember what his name was.
Almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been
Whoa! Completed a pass. That's crazy. Russell Wilson can throw the ball still.
fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted.
These fucking slackers. Just
Picked off by Cam.
slacker receivers don't even try.
Terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, they've got the huge
Bro,
lead.
pieces
Now
of
they have another
inanimate
interception
AI
on the
garbage.
defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
I'm just saying, they're terrible. They should be wiped from all the data.
So every time somebody picks it out, you can pick
You can pick any other team but the Broncos.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught.
Who the fuck is that? And why is he faster than everyone else on the team?
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
He's just getting away with it
Continue to pour
over and over and over again.
extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum.
Trying to diagnose how to flip the ball without getting sacked. This cornerback's perfectly in me covered every time. I don't have a full second to throw it, and you need 3 seconds. Especially with Russell Wilson's fatigued arm.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that zero on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll
No. Russell Wilson just loves throwing it to the defense, too. Couldn't be bothered to possibly throw it to, I don't know, his own team. The Broncos really traded away everything they have, their whole next 10 years for this guy.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Did you know he's washed up, right?
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Washington, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, God. Camera, please fix.
They'll run with Pollard.
Didn't even try to tackle. This team without the ability to try at all.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What I like to do when I play as the Broncos, put my head through as many layers of drywall as I can.
I don't think you should do that.
Well, it just makes me want to, is all.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Prescott here to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Prescott going to do it himself. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he
Oh,
is
that's
going to
what you
lose
did.
yardage here. One last shot for Wilson.
Couldn't even throw the quick slant instantly.
It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been
He's
continually
never
fueled
trusted
by
that.
big turnovers and stops for one
So this is
side
just for fun.
and an inability.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Inside the 20. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians
Well,
as this ball game
That's the
is now
proverbial
officially
end
over.
to the Broncos ever being played on this stream again.
So not just a
We've created strict guidelines to ensure
blowout win as well.
that they
Clearly
cannot be
just a
played.
superior effort on both sides of the ball.
In fact, thinking with the 0 on the end, that there should actually be 3 zeros.
OMG.
It's going to be 2,000 stars not to pick the Broncos.
A full team win.
If I had scored one touchdown, maybe it would have stayed at 1,500. Ain't happening now. Well, now we know. We're all aware that the Broncos are going to win 1-0 games this year. Let's see how bad that hurt our total here. Move back to 3.6. So we're still higher than we were originally, but our streak is dead. Our 3 wins per game, dead. 3 wins per loss. Maybe we're going to have to take this power away from the subs. I'm going to have to move that 250 stars to pick a team up to 500. We're going to have to get strict again. There's got to be changes around here. We can't allow things like that to ruin the stats.
You're not having fun.
No, not with the Broncos.
You sore loser.
Can't argue that.
We are about 10
The
miles
salt
or
is
so
flowing through my veins like never before.
Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers.
What, mock drafts?
Yeah.
Are you on the Yahoo app? Are you signed in?
Find out how which
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Southern California. And now the Bills are going to stop it.
Timeout?
The timeout.
Before the first play?
Remaining as we
What?
step aside here.
What is this man thinking? Alright, I'm going into focus mode.
Let's focus now.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles in the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles
What'd you say?
today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease.
I just can't hear you through focus mode.
First carry now for Joshua Kelly, the former Bruin. And some space here.
Do you see that run in focus mode?
All the way down to the
You can come back.
17-yard line. A big play there for LA.
Guess not.
7 yards. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Running on first down, Eckler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
keep moving forward.
And
What?
he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Here's Kelly on 4th down. And he is into the end zone.
Woo! I had zero faith.
Joshua
Every instinct in my body was saying call a timeout there. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't a touchdown. I mean, the guy fell beforehand. His shoelaces crossed. I don't know if the ball did, but I'll take it.
following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They start the drive with Cook. Pass to 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action, now it's Allen.
Come on.
And open downfield is Diggs, he's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I don't know how people use their linebackers and have tremendous 10-foot hops. I can never get it, even if I'm directly en route.
Space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That
He's
was
running the
20
ball a lot
yards
for
on the ground.
Bills.
Been a good drive so far.
I don't know if I like that.
For the most part, just pounding them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final
I was
play
right
of
in
this
there.
first quarter. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
I was so close to him. It was like I was in the club and we were grinding. That's how close. I was on that man when he caught the ball. He caught and just slipped right out. I don't know how I feel about that.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run with Cook, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard
On the ball, like they're
touchdown
the Titans.
run. And the Bills
Who's
are
this
an extra
Cook?
point away from evening this one up. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied
That's
at
not comfortable.
7.
I don't have to start playing the run because the Bills' strong suit is the pass. It's the only thing they can do. The only thing they should be able to do.
Kicks away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up and ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worse with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man.
This is
Block
going to be
that?
nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious
You know, people just
decision to
ripping
go
through the
for.
line on me
Doesn't
today. It's
pan out, and that
disturbing
will
to say the
force a
least.
turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis. 55 yards. And the Bills have moved out in front.
I forgot to change so it turned off that stupid camera thing.
No, there's nothing
That
to
didn't
correct at
help.
all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signal for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
It's nice to have receivers that try. Broncos just let that go.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On second down, Eckler. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Of course.
Punch it in. Now a timeout signal for
It's holding
they'll get it with 10
freaking
seconds to
lock.
go before halftime. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd down and goal. Herbert. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the
Don't
final
miss.
seconds of the half.
Oh,
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game. As
that's where lag is a problem here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. McKenzie will not return this.
Kick registration is terrible.
25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense what we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Allen works right side into the hands
There's
of the
legit
tight
supposed to
end.
be someone standing right there. Whoever the cornerback was
Leaves him with 2 to go
on that side was supposed to come
Nice
forward.
rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs and goes to one of those.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Allen.
Oh.
Touchdown Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs.
I don't know why zones suck so bad.
Down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
It's the only way to block
Extra
sometimes.
point by Bass. Up
My
the
man's
30.
clearly not
And the
working.
lead is now 21-14.
I just need double Stephon Diggs on passing plays.
How does the kickoff
From now
unit
on,
as they run out and send this one away?
Derwin James is covering him.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
Now one
He's just
person
gonna
open.
get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, 26 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this ball game here. The final
My hands
moments
are so
of the
sweaty.
quarter. Hopkins
That
with the
Broncos
extra
game just
point, and we are
got
tied
me
at 21.
so heated. Honestly, the smartest thing would have been to concede the game early.
McKenzie now from his end
I hate doing it.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken it.
I don't think I've conceded one game yet this year.
16-yard
But the smartest thing would have been to get out of that game as quickly as possible. Not waste time and
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So
help my
every drive now
mental
becoming a
health on
little
that
more
one.
critical here in the second half. On play action, Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
Jesus Christ, this Cook guy is
Asante Samuel Jr.
he's not first string, is he? He's just insanely fast.
A great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters.
When I got that pick, I thought I was taking it back.
With more after this, you're watching the NFL.
I don't know who that Cook guy is, but geez, see an Olympic sprinter? Like, what?
Now Herbert gives this.
You ran him down like DK Metcalf.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game.
No, I read that so wrong.
Can they continue
I don't
to
think
do
I
so?
would have
Because they haven't
got
had
away with it either way.
success throughout this ball game.
He lost
I'll
2
take the
and
lead.
brings up 4th. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Hopkins' kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he went on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold.
Try to force him to make another mistake.
Kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw to be caught by
joke.
McKenzie. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Fighting Knox there, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
What's Derwin James doing getting blocked at the line?
Past the 50. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
Derwin James, you fucking slug. He's a liability in this game. I double covered him with James all the way in the back. No reason that he should have got past where he started.
They gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Okay.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
Kayla, thank you for the 100 stars. Jeez.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Throwing
For
Kiffin.
the field goal last time. See what they
Got
can
him.
get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a
Oh,
kick
come on.
other than the extra point. That's it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely
What happened? It came to the 2-minute before. Okay.
He's unable to haul it in.
This
So it falls
freaking 2-minute warning
incomplete over the
before
middle
the
third of
play even
field,
ended. The
and
ball
that brings up
touched my
fourth.
guy, and the play was over.
They snap it to Herbert.
And of course, I get hit
Can't do anything
on a
with the
4-man
ball.
rush.
It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A 10th carry of the game for Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get with just over 90 seconds remaining. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Thank you, Kayla, for the 100 stars for playing the team you picked despite the
Here's the Bills kickoff
terrible
unit
loss.
now as they will send this
I
one
didn't quit,
away.
that's for sure.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it.
Holy shit,
A lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side.
that might have been a touchdown.
They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Too bad I didn't think I was going to get it.
Field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
How the fuck is that intercepted?
The points that we've seen
My whole body is in front of the
at
guy.
their best,
What?
but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face
That's
it.
not how interceptions happen.
It's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but you make a big play like that, now
What was the last game? This is going to be an early stream.
everything turned out just okay.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the
That one
play.
game
Now it'll be 3rd down. I guess the simple question
just
why not just take it easy?
ruined
Why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen.
ruined my mental state. I let it get to me,
No matter whether you
clearly.
watch high school
If I just let some slug playing the Bills running the ball like that beat me. Anyway, well, it was a stream, all right. We had a stream. It was fun for a little bit early on when we were dominating the Cowboys, but fell apart after that. I'm gonna turn off that stupid, debilitating camera option right now while I'm thinking about it. 'Cause normally I forget. Visual feedback. I believe it is. Camera toggle off. Boom. Done. The nightmare is over. Shouldn't have that happen again. I wonder if I can permanently set it so I kick. Because that's really annoying. Oh, there it is. It's really annoying receiving the ball at the beginning because you have to set to kick every single time. Alright, so 2 options hopefully saved. Won't hurt me anymore. But anyway, it was a stream for sure. One way to end the week. Surprising, we didn't have a lot of our regulars in here yet. We still got to 10 reactions, which was really cool. We didn't have any Michael Payne at all, which was surprising. No William Harris, which isn't surprising. It's his birthday, he just turned 28, and I know he was out there having a good time, so he's probably not awake. No Ryan Montgomery, we haven't seen him all week. It was kind of a slow day here in the chat. But yeah. So, we've got some making up to do. Maybe we'll be on tomorrow, maybe we'll stream, maybe it'll be a better day. It's Friday after all. So that means we can stay up later, have more fun, don't have work the next day. Maybe we'll get back in our groove that we had on Tuesday. But yeah, anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Question of night tonight. Seems like pretty much everyone knows this. It was pretty big fact back in the day. Dolly was the first ever living creature to be cloned. What type of animal was she? Was it a human, a chimpanzee, a sheep, or a dog? Answer has been shown to those in the chat, so nobody can change their votes. We'll come back to that shortly after we do some shout-outs. Thanks Uncanny Love for being first in here. Dropping that like right away. William Dodge for the like and share. Bradley J. Horsnell, thank you very much for jumping in here. Being our big chatter of the night too. Chatting with me for a while. First time. New follower, so really appreciate seeing you in here. Telling me your notifications are on. Looking forward to seeing you around. Thanks Caleb for the like and the 100 stars. Austin, thank you for the like. Sam, thank you for the like and share. Walt, thank you for the like, chatting along with us for a little bit. Ryan, thank you for the chat and the like. Levon, thank you for the like. Jess Hatter, thank you for the like. Appreciate all of you guys stopping in and getting me to 10 reactions early. That's the quickest we got there all week. As a smaller guy, I don't really get much of the Madden audience out there. So we do what we can. We do what we can. So the question of the night. Dolly was the first ever living creature to be cloned. What type of animal was she? The human, chimpanzee, a sheep, or a dog? We had 14% vote for dog, and everyone else sheep. It was in fact a sheep. So congratulations to pretty much everyone for getting that correct. So again, we might be on tomorrow. Might not. We're going to see how the night goes. I know I've got to make some rounds. Got a fantasy football league. Got to go collect some dues as I'm the manager. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. So everybody have a good night. If I don't see, I'll be back on Monday, 6 to 9 Central Standard Time, per the usual. We'll be continuing this. And yeah, hopefully we got some better days ahead. So until then, have a good night. Stay fresh, cheese bags.